Yo, it's your boy JYD signing in live from the terrible drawing room. Um, what is the hardest part about boxing when you start off late? I'm gonna answer that today. But before I do, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed and liked, excuse me, and hit that notification bell on our journey to 7K subs, man. I don't even know where we are. I think we're at like 6.7 or 6.8. So we're about 200 or so short, man. So thank y'all so much. I love y'all, man. And also shout out to my sponsor, Only Balds. You know what I mean? We're all us bald folk like to go for all of our bald accessories and needs. But yeah, what's the hardest part about boxing when starting late? Let me know what the hardest part is for y'all in the comments as well too, so that hopefully I can address that in a follow-up video very soon, or even in the comments. A lot of people would say that money is the hardest part about starting off boxing late, because when you start off boxing late, you're working a job, you try and balance out the time and the scheduling and the money for having a job and going to the gym at the same time. And a lot of people work scheduling conflicts with gym time, so you can only get in a limited amount of time. So with that, I would say yes, get in as much as you absolutely can, but also cut out your social life. You're going to have to, if you want to make it far in boxing anyway, regardless of starting late or not, you're going to have to cut out your social life. So cut out your social life and all of the extra stuff, and that will open up a lot more time for the gym. Trust me, I'm certain that the gym is open for multiple hours of the day. So find the time that best fits you and work. Even if you got to go straight from work to the gym, do that. No rest, no shower, no break, nothing. Just go from work, go straight to the gym, or go straight from gym straight to work, or whatever. Do whatever it is that you got to do to make it work. And I'm not telling you something that I haven't done before. I've actually done it myself as well too. So yeah, some people would say money, and that scheduling around money and having a job is the hardest part. Some people say that closing the experience gap will be the hardest part about starting boxing late, because there's so many people who have started the game way before you, or such a long time before you. So you're trying to catch up and you're trying to close that skill gap. And for that, I would say the solution is, again, you have to be in the gym more. And it's also not about what you do in the gym. It's also about what you do outside of the gym. How are you living and training and eating and drinking and spending your spare time when you're not in the gym? That is a huge that's a huge factor in closing the gap. You have to be able to live in the gym and then also produce outside of the gym with training and studying and implementation, etc. While you're outside of the gym, you being in the gym is nothing special. Everybody goes to the gym. So what are you doing outside the gym to make you different, to make you special, to catch up and then eventually close and surpass that skill gap between you and your peers who have been doing it longer than you? But yeah, just because somebody doing something longer than you, that does not mean that they're better than you or that they're doing it better than you. I started boxing late, and I'm so past so many people in the game, and I'm not saying that arrogantly. I'm just saying it can be done. So yeah, you just gotta stay to the grind and you gotta push forward. That's all. Some people say that the diet is the hardest thing about boxing when you starting late, because typically people who have been boxing their whole life, they're used to dieting. If they take it seriously, they're used to dieting and cutting weight and knowing the ins and outs and things like that. And to that, I would say find a knowledgeable, experienced coach and or veteran fighter who knows the tricks of the trade to properly cutting weight, so that you can not only cut weight easy and but it won't hurt you, but also figure out what are the best things for you to eat as a boxer. Stay away from fried food, stay away from a whole lot of bread and stuff like that. If you want to eat chicken and fish and stuff like that, you need to eat that when it's grilled or baked. Sorry about the yawning, I'm a little under the weather. So I'm a little tired. But yeah, if you do want to fry something, I'd say put it in the air fryer. That's probably your best bet. Put it inside of the air fryer. Those are some of the things off the top of the head. Oh, also equipment. People that are new to boxing, they don't know what equipment to use. And that is a preferential thing. You can use whatever equipment you want to use, but it is preference. You don't have to use equipment just because someone else used that equipment or because you think it's popular. No, what might be good for one may not be good for the other, and that's okay. Some people like Everlast. Everlast is actually a great brand. Some people like I don't know, Fly. Some people like Winning. Some people like Reyes. Some people like Duke. Some people like Hit and Move. There's a whole lot of different brands that people wear, and that's okay. Figure out which brand is good for you, and that's pertaining to shoes, cup, mouthpiece, headgear, gloves, whole 9 yards, all of it. Figure out which brand works for you, and then run with it. You don't have to wear something because somebody else wears it. And popular doesn't always mean better. It's about what you prefer on your body, right? So understand that. Some people don't understand how the promotion game works or getting signed and stuff. If you started late, chances are you're going to be independent for a long, good time, or sign to a local promoter. And if you're special, you'll be able to sign to a big name promotion company, which is, a super great end goal. But if you capitalize on social media, and push, build, and win your fights, trust me, being independent is still going to be difficult, but it's going to be a lot more bearable when you have your own platform and can represent yourself, and you have an audience that you can bring to the table that are factually going to support you and watch you grow and fight and all of the things of that nature. So that's another thing that can ease it up, but a lot of people find hard with. Social media is key. And those also leads to promotional deals and things like that with companies. Some people don't like strength and conditioning. You gotta do your strength and conditioning. Some people don't like road work. You gotta do your road work. You have to do road work. Some people don't like jumping rope. It's just that, plain and simple. Those are things that you have to do. Does that mean you have to lift weights for strength and conditioning? No, I really don't touch weights. Being honest, I really do not touch weights at all. I don't touch weight, and if I do, they are extremely light weights for not a lot of reps. I don't really touch weights. I don't touch weights. Some people have a hard time finding getting the basics down. If you have a hard time getting the basics down, there's nothing wrong with it. All you have to do is continue to understand that repetition is key and repetition is king. You're never going to get far in the game if you are not repetitive with your drills every single day. I'm sure there's a bunch of other complaints or issues that people might have starting off with boxing. Now, to answer what is my most difficult thing when it comes to training and starting late as a boxer, my honest answer is nothing. And not nothing because I'm just so good and I'm so great. Because of this one aspect right here that's going to be difficult for a lot of people, especially starting late. The mental aspect of it, which also ties into stuff like support. If you have a great support team and you starting boxing late, I commend you. That is super dope and rare to see. Because when you starting late, everyone expects you to fail. Everyone expects you to fail when you start late. So don't expect people to just be on your side automatically. They're going to wait for you to be popping and wait for you to be lit and wait for it to be popular to support you and follow you before they do. And that's including family and friends. So understand that that's, unfortunately, it's just the truth of it. It being an easy journey is not how it works. That's why nothing is the hardest part for me, because I genuinely don't think about it. If I think about it and I start complaining about it, then what? I still got to do it. But some people, you think about it and you complain and then you're like, oh, I ain't doing it, I'll do it tomorrow. As soon as you tell yourself you'll do it tomorrow, you will never do it, ever. You're never going to do it because you just made a subtle deal with yourself. Stop making deals with yourself. Stop making deals with yourself and do what you need to do. Do what you're supposed to do. I'm tired. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, don't nobody care. Nobody cares about that. It still needs to be done. Now, either you're going to be a coward and you're not going to do it, or you're going to man up and you're going to get it done, and then you can take a nice little nap afterwards or whatever it is that you do. But just know and understand this. It still has to get done. And once you master that mindset that, dog, it still got to get done, you'll be fine. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people do too much crying and complaining. Oh, I gotta, bro, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it and just get it done. So there is no hardest part about boxing me because I don't think about it. Oh, you like running track and you like jumping rope and you like I don't care to like any of it. I know it needs to get done. Once you look at it like that, I know it needs to get done. Everything becomes easy at that point. It doesn't matter. It don't matter what's going on. If I cur out and I don't get the job done, the same amount of time is still gonna go by. Oh, track was 45 minutes. If I say, oh, I'm not gonna do it, 45 minutes is still gonna go by whether I'm there or not. So yeah, that's my answer to you guys. I hope this video helps. I try to give some answers to some things as well, while also telling y'all, I think the ultimate thing is just mentally being tough and having huge mental fortitude. Don't worry about if you like something or not. Just do it, get it done. Whether it's diet, strength and conditioning, cut it out. Diet and strength and conditioning, jumping rope, anything, sparring, all of that. I don't care. Just get it done, and trust me, you'll see the results. Again, shout out to my sponsor, Only Bald. Shout out to everybody who is supporting, who like and subscribe and everything. We're about to be on our way to Las Vegas to go see the Thurman from Dora fight. We'll have media access, etc., etc. So stay locked in and live and tuned in for that, because it's going to be a great joint. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification bell so that you can know every single time that we post on this channel. I love y'all. Without y'all, there is no JYD world. Without y'all, there is no community that we built here. So I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Signing out live from the terrible drawing room. It's your boy JYD. Beautiful drawing. Until next time, peace.